And I want to do it before the people we have in town who have helped me get started in all of these things, before they're unable to use the facility. And that's why I have a 10-year mark on it, because at that point, a lot of them are going to stop being able to run their dogs as efficiently as they want to. And my way of saying thank you to them for getting me into all this stuff will be to put them together the facility of everyone's dreams here and figure it out. Mostly, I don't want to film this later and I have the idea now. So we're gonna talk while I start prepping the potatoes to be boiled. The meat is still thawing in the sink. But yeah, long story short, I have decided
good girl, Dolly.
to combat my ADHD and
Girl, go pee.
hatred of coming up with food for the day by
We're back.
working with my partner, and we create a meal plan for the month. And then
Hey,
prep
leave your
the
boots
food.
on. We're back, Dolly.
He is not here today. I meant to do this earlier. I
that's a
totally
good
forgot because I was distracted doing literally everything else that I wanted to do instead because it's a day off. So I was enjoying my day off of actual work by working on all the dog stuff. So now I'm going to start the food. I don't actually make all the food in advance. That's too much.
Dolly,
Also,
bring
I
back.
don't like reheating noodles.
Merle, leave
a whole
boots on.
bunch, and a lot of the dishes have noodles.
Dolly.
But what I do like
Come on, you two.
to do, and what I'm finding is working rather well, is making all of the meat in advance. Obviously, these are potatoes. Why am I making potatoes in advance? Because potatoes are a bitch to make in the middle of the week.
Right back.
Like, they take so long to boil. And, like, I love potatoes. But if I have to make potatoes in the middle of the week, I'm going to Aldi's, buying a 79-cent package of potato flakes, and making me fake mashed potatoes. Dehydrated mashed potatoes. They're not fake, they're still very good. But, like, I don't want to do it all the time. And also, buying potatoes in a 5-pound bag is significantly cheaper than literally anything else. So, there's all that. Now onto the dog stuff and the YouTube channel and what the hell is going on with all of that. Yes. So initially I started the YouTube channel under the assumption that I was at this time last year, which was I want to be a dog trainer. After pursuing that for a year, finding out, I mean, I like training dogs, I just prefer to train mine. And starting getting into the dog sports world, realized training isn't my thing. I actually saw a TikTok that put it into words, and it was about autistic people and our ability to explain things at like an almost condescendingly simple level. And it's not that it's intended to be condescending, it's just we're so used to being misunderstood that we like go out of our way to make sure that things are understood. Especially when there's a possibility of them being misconstrued. We don't want to hurt people's feelings. At least I don't. So what I've learned is I don't like teaching, I like explaining. Which is fascinating that I now am seeing it like that, because I've always been told I'd be a good teacher, but I don't have the people skills for teaching. Especially anything that comes to small humans. What I do have is an insane ability to explain things and make them make sense and continue explaining until they make sense in as many different ways as possible. I'm gonna rinse these and then I'll be right back. So, back to dog stuff. Got into dog sports, realized I like training my dogs, I enjoy dog sports, and what we don't have in this area, even though we have a large dog sports community, is any type of dedicated arena, or an arena that we can access all year round. We have an arena that we get access to in the summertime for people to run events, but that's because it's an indoor soccer field, and the reason we get access to it is because they're all playing outside, which is great. I love that they let us bring dogs into a turfed area because it lets us actually do the event with our dog that we want to do. But what I want to do is, instead of only being able to have events during the summertime, I want to have events throughout the year. So my focus has shifted to figuring out how to get us a agility dog sports arena. Now, agility is my first love. It's what got me into dog sports. Dolly's training for it. I have so much fun practicing with her with that. Merle absolutely loves scent work. They both adore Fast Cat. Fast Cat does have some more concerns that I'm more hesitant about, but every sport's gonna have its issues. But what I'm trying to do is build a 250,000 square foot arena in the next 10 years. Now, ambitious. It's gonna be about a $20 to $50 million project. So, obviously not gonna have that money overnight. What I'm trying to do instead is build up the community for proof of concept, build up my brand, which is switching from dog training to dog training life, so it's more like a lifestyle brand. On Etsy, I'm pushing more stickers. I've still got my Biothane dog gear, but honestly, dog sports stickers are a very untapped market right now, so I'm going to focus on that. I do still love making the dog gear, it's just there's a lot more competition in that one. So, gonna focus on stickers, community building, trying to set up my first vendor event for this year, and see where all that goes. The main point being, if I can establish a credible brand in the next couple of years, then I can start putting together partnership packages and or sponsorship naming rights deals, essentially getting larger companies that have the money to pay for the building and put their name on it is the end goal. So we've got quite a few companies in state that would probably do it. I very well might even work with Purina Farms if at all possible, just because I want to get it set up to where I get to run events all the time. The end goal, the very first goal, is a 50,000 square foot arena, so we can have 2 agility arenas going at the same time. But those arenas are just going to be turf areas. Clubs bring their own equipment, and they can store it there as well. You guys get a potato. But that's the first bit, and that's the first big goal. So I want to buy land so that we can essentially just like warehouse stack these things all together and get them working that way. But the reason I have a 10-year goal on here, right? Because honestly, it may take longer, it may not take that long at all. I don't know. That's going to be market demand, how fast I can find people, all of that stuff. But the reason I want to do it in 10 years is our dog sports community in town right now is, I'm very much the youngest in the younger era of them. We have a lot of people that are ready to pass on their knowledge and see what the next generation can bring. And my ideal for this would be to bring it to the 21st century. So my arena is going to have a buttload of TVs and stuff in it, a 360 camera so you can actually watch and see what's going on, live streaming all the time, like bringing dog sports to the 21st century, building up to where we can have our own Westminster level event. Yeah, getting to that point. it's gonna be a long process, but that is the end goal. And I want to do it before the people we have in town who have helped me get started in all of these things, before they're unable to use the facility. And that's why I have a 10-year mark on it, because at that point a lot of them are going to stop being able to run their dogs as efficiently as they want to. And my way of saying thank you to them for getting me into all this stuff will be to put them together the facility of everyone's dreams here and figure it out. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas that are going to possibly annoy and anger some clubs, but I think if most people realize the reasoning why I'm doing things the way that I am and bringing a younger generation's mindset to it, I think it'll work. But potatoes are cooking. The light looks like there's something on the pan, but it's not. I'm gonna eat some food real quick, then I gotta finish making all the food for the week. Yes, no. Making all of the meat for the dishes for the month. That's what I was saying.